Hey, welcome to today's pedal hard workout. Just gonna hang out a minute, see if we got some people training live with me this morning. Give you a chance to get set up. Hopefully you got you're joining on using the Zwift app, so we can all start together. Quick check, you got water, fan on, your towel. Got a couple people online. Just about another 30 seconds, 45 seconds here. Who designed this workout? Yeah, we got a good one today. Alright, keep going here in about 15 seconds. Alright, a little countdown. Here you go. Get clipped in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Gonna start rolling. So, just 3 minutes, real easy here. We're gonna push I call it forcing the warm up a little bit. So the first 3 minutes, go real lazy here. Get your legs rolling. And then we're gonna bump up into zone 2 for the latter part of our warm up, because we've got quite a bit of work to do today. So keep the power low, just get your legs rolling over. I'm not even up to 80 RPM yet, so. Again, work into your saddle, get comfortable on your seat, make sure your shorts feel like you put them on straight, evenly. We didn't put our shoes on super tight. We're giving our feet time to settle into the footbeds of our shoes. Let's just build our RPM up to 80 to 85. Get your legs rolling a little more. Keep that power really low, zone 1. Good, 80, 85 RPM, zone 1. Get your breathing. A couple deep breaths, big exhales. All right, good job, lazy there. Now we're gonna pick it up a little bit, a little more. Gonna push our warm up a little bit. So mid zone 2. And let's push our cadence up to 90 for a bit. Don't worry if this feels hard. Pretty quick into it today. Here we go. Mid zone 2, about 90 RPM. So the good news is we only have 3 intervals. That's about all the good news I have for you. Nah, that's all good. The bad news is they're 12 minutes long. And we've got mostly steady tempo, just under threshold. But we are going to bump up. Do a little touch of threshold in the middle and at the end of each interval. But this is a great workout to build your threshold because we're training mostly just under it and just touching it. But we'll have a total of 36 minutes of work. 24 of that will be tempo, 12 will be just touching threshold. Here we go, let's go 15 seconds. Just quick pickup of your cadence. Here we go, 100 RPM. Let's go, pick up your cadence, keep the watts. Mid zone 2. We're going to get these legs going. Good. Drop back down. Just target upper 80s to low 90s RPM right now. Mid zone 2. We're going to do another pickup of our cadence for 15 seconds. Take a peek. Where's your RPM right now? Just bump it up about 10. Here we go. Keep the watts, the zone the same. Here we go. Good job, back down. We got about 3 minutes before we start our first interval, so we're going to be pretty quickly into it today. We're not going to overthink how we feel on this first effort. We're gonna get through it. We'll talk about how we felt during the recovery. Pretty normal on the first interval to feel a little bit stuffy, I call it. With these hour workouts, we're trying to be efficient with our time, so you can warm up 10 to 20 minutes by yourself before the workout. That's That'd be great too. That'd help a lot. All right. 2-minute warning. I'll get my shoes adjusted. There we go. Big exhale. Relax your shoulders, bend your elbows. So the 12 minutes is broken up as 4-2, 4-2. So 4 minutes, upper zone 3, 2 minutes, right at what I call our training threshold or lactate threshold. Then return 4 minutes, upper zone 3. And then again, finish off the interval with 2 minutes, right at that training threshold, lactate threshold. All right, 30 seconds. Take this nice, relaxed feeling right into the interval. All right, so 5 seconds. We're going to transition to upper zone 3. Here we go. We'll alternate the cadence. Let's start off somewhere in the upper 80s to low mid 90s. 88 to 95 RPM. Here we go. Upper zone 3. Don't overthink this first one. Come on, just get going. Good breathing, come on. Remember, you're pulling that air down into your belly. Picture that air like hitting a floor and then coming back up. All right, so same power. Just drop your cadence a little. 5 to 8 RPM. Somewhere in the low 80s RPM. Broke that sweat seal early. So it'd be normal right now to feel like, you know, this is upper zone 3, but I feel like it's a lot harder. But I know that timing wise, you know, your body doesn't really have a clue that you're gonna all of a sudden start doing tempo and threshold work. So it just takes a while to get the system sort of lined up. Here we go. 1 more minute. Then we have our first 2-minute touch up at threshold. Then we come back down. Big exhale. Here we go. We're just going to touch our training threshold. Let's bring that RPM back in the 90s. Remember to relax. You got this. '90s RPM threshold. Say low to mid zone 4. About a 10% bump from that tempo. 30 seconds. All right, drop your RPM, 85 RPM, back to tempo. Upper zone 3. It's early in the workout, you should feel a little out of sorts. We'll get settled in. Relax. We just let up 10%. So mid upper zone 3, 80 to 85 RPM. So I feel like it took me about a minute and a half there to calm down, settle back in, track what it takes you. It's just good for your overall experience of knowing your body and how to do your workouts. All right, so the final 2 minutes of this tempo, mid upper zone 3. We're going to bring our cadence back into the 90s. Here we go. Same output, just higher RPM. Come on, 90s RPM. Mid upper zone 3. Come on, 40 seconds. All right, 5 seconds. Keep that cadence up. Let's just touch threshold. Low mid zone 4. Here we go. Let's go. We got 3 minutes of recovery after this. You'll feel much better on the next interval. Or maybe you feel great right now. Great being relative. Good job, come on. 90 seconds. If you're on live, let me know how you're doing on the recovery in the chat. Let's go, 45 seconds. Thirty. 10. 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right. Power down. Zone 1. Recovery. Whew. First minute. Just cruise. Awesome. See, some of you are feeling strong. I'm going to live vicariously through you today. No, my mentality is always wait till the next interval. Here we go. Let's get back on our RPM, keeping the watts really low. Help our legs hopefully recover a little better. Low power, higher cadence. You should feel like you're forcing yourself just to touch out of your, that lazy recovery. Now I know we're going to have a good next one. I know it's fun doing the short intervals, high power, but you gotta put in the work. Nothing glamorous about slogging away for minutes at a time, but pays off. Good, we got about 45 seconds, and we'll start our first portion of our next interval. So again, it's 4-2, 4-2. The first 4 minutes, this time, we'll go lower RPM. So hopefully it's a little more muscular feel, a little more in the legs, and that way we can save our cardio. As the interval gets longer, we'll up the cadence. So get yourself ready. Grab a sip. All right, here we go. 80 to 85 RPM. Upper zone, mid upper zone 3. Give yourself a little range. Let's get on the tops here. Imagine we're on a slight incline. Outside. Controlled, we're kind of slogging along. Keep those heels down at the top of your stroke. Belly button up and a little forward, just ever so slightly. It should help you feel a little more of your sit bones engaging, your pelvis engaging on the seat. Get out of the saddle. Good, still mid upper zone 3, picking our cadence up, 5 to 8 RPM, or 5 to 10. Come on, bring your cadence up. Good breathing. Stay on top of that RPM. "30 seconds. So we're going to carry the same RPM, but bump up about 10%. The threshold. So your low, mid zone 4. Here we go. Same cadence. About a 10% bump. Good job. 1 minute. Come on. "30 seconds. Good. Drop the cadence. Drop the power. Mid upper zone 3. Back on the tops. Give yourself a minute to recalibrate. Last time it took me about a minute and a half to feel like I was back in tempo. "80 to 85 RPM, mid upper zone 3. So take a little longer, which is expected, but almost 2 minutes there but you want to feel that shift. Just pick up your RPM, about 5 RPM. Still mid upper zone 3. Good, 1 more minute. Then we have our 2 minute threshold and that nice recovery. Thirty seconds. Here we go, 90 plus RPM threshold. 2 minutes. Gonna leave you to yourself for a minute. Work on trying to get nice and stable here. Here we go. Good job, 45 seconds. Thirty seconds. Fifteen. 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. Nice job. Good, I'm in it here. Keep your form buttoned up. You just slow your legs down. Let that power drop. Let those shoulders drop. Maybe stretch out a little bit, get out of the saddle. Here's the drink. Bring that RPM back up in the mid-80s. Keep that resistance low. bring our cadence up into the 90s. Again, just find a resistance where your legs can just kind of whip around with higher RPM. Looking for heart rate recovery. A little under a minute left. Let's get into this last set. Keep really strong focus. We'll get through this. We got it. So this first 4 minutes on this round, I'm going to let you choose your RPM. Your choice cadence. Only thing, don't go below 80, please. Try to keep that cadence over 80. But your choice RPM, just pedal, get in this mid-upper zone 3, just wherever you feel the most comfortable. You can even try plus, minus 2 or 3 for little short bits and see if you don't surprise yourself where you actually feel better. Here we go. Mid-upper zone 3, 4 minutes, your choice cadence. Good. Hopefully you found a good rhythm. Just hang out here. Nice work, come on. Relaxed, solid form. All right, someone in the chat asked for a story. I've got a good one, I think, but you're gonna have to finish the interval first. Although telling stories while I'm in tempo threshold might help make them a little shorter. Good job, another minute here. Just take this interval, little pieces. All right. So carry your comfortable cadence, your choice. Shouldn't be that comfortable at this point, but into this 2 minutes threshold. Here we go. Bump up the power about 10%. Keep that same cadence. Let's go, hold it together. "90 seconds. Low mid zone 4, your choice cadence. "45 seconds. Okay, dropping upper zone 3, drop your cadence about 10 RPM. There we go, mid upper zone 3. Remember, we're playing the game to see how long does it take us to feel that shift. About 10% lower power, 10 RPM lower. Good job, come on. We're almost done here. Yeah, I just play little mental games. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check back in. I know it was taking me about a minute and a half to feel like I was, settling down. It's the last interval, so I'm curious how I'll feel. 2 minutes. All right, good job. 2 more minutes. About 10 RPM below your choice there. Good, another minute. Then we have our little push and we're done. Come on. Okay, as a lead into my story, you're on your own here. The last 2 minutes. Okay, threshold. Your choice cadence. I'm not going to talk and distract you. I'll give you a 10-second warning. Start and finish here. This isn't for your benefit, by the way. This is just for making my story better. Here we go. 2, 1. Your choice cadence. Threshold. Let's go. 2 minutes. Ten seconds. All right, awesome, good job. Easy. Same recovery, a minute. Zone 1, zone 0. Just pedal easy. Great workout. Good. How much heart rate recovery are you getting? You should be getting about at least 15 beats in a minute. That's a minute. Let's bring our cadence back up into the mid 80s. Keep that power low. Zone 1. So if my stories seem a little random, it's because they are. This stuff you don't think about for years. It's something you say or someone else asks sometimes triggers. But I won't say how many years ago it was because it was a long time. We'll say 10 plus. But there was a local radio personality who had never done 100 miles. And he wanted to be on air and talk about his goal of doing 100 miles. Was that the Ride for the Roses or the Live Strong Challenge at the time? And so he got in touch. I knew him through a friend. I met him. And his co-host was a big cyclist at the time. And so we set off to start training him. And this guy was an athlete. He was a college, I guess high school, I don't know when he started, wrestler. So strong, you gotta imagine very strong mental side too because of that background. But he wasn't a cyclist, obviously. So he was committed. We met, we just were consistent more than anything. We just trained, I don't know, I think we built up to at least 3, 4, 5 times a week, but just mostly like an hour, 2-hour sessions just based on his schedule and the time he could commit. But, so he did a great job. He was really funny about it, a lot of funny stories he had too. But on the actual day, when we got to about, and because he had so many friends and he's, popular personality in town, had all these people wanting to ride with us and encourage him. But with about 20 miles to go, I got a couple of the guys that knew him pretty well that were hanging around him, and he was really starting to struggle. And I said, all right, let's leave him. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, let's leave him, man. He's got to learn what it feels like to do this 100 miles. Finish it up on his own without our help. And it was more just, I wasn't trying to be mean or anything, but I wanted to, give him the full experience. So these guys thought I was crazy. What are you doing? But we did it. We left him, and he got through. And it was pretty cool. And, it was fun to see. It's fun to see people hit a goal they set, especially when it's, in something we all love, cycling. But he rocked it, and he did it on his own there. So that's why I cut you all loose there. Plus to save my breath. It was getting hard. All right, good job. So final 3 minutes here. It's going to shut it way down. Back way off on the resistance. All right, here we go. Your choice on the cadence. You can get out of the saddle. I like to move around a little more at the end. Pull those shoulders back, down. Big exhale, release. Do that a couple times. If you've got the time, another 5-15 minutes or to cool down, or you could add another, a little bit of time for some nice endurance riding. Good, final minute here, just again, really light resistance and just letting those pedals turn over. Get your heart rate low. All right, good. Here we go. Final 10 seconds. Hey, please subscribe to my channel. I'm assuming you already have if you're watching this. Or pass it along. Let's get some more folks training live with us. And if you're doing this at a different time, hope you had a great workout. We'll catch you next time. Make your day awesome.